Rice, wheat, and corn are like the backstage superstars of the global food industry, quietly holding everything together while most people focus on the final product. Without them, the grocery store shelves would look like a desert, and the industrial kitchens of the world would be thrown into chaos. Wheat is the diva in this trio, flaunting its gluten power to create bread, noodles, pastries, pizza dough, bagels, and croissants. Think about it. Almost every baked good you see started as humble wheat flour, patiently kneaded, proofed, and baked to perfection. Bakeries, pasta manufacturers, and dessert factories are basically worshipping wheat, lining up every morning to make sure it gets its due. It's as if wheat were a celebrity signing autographs for the global population. It doesn't complain, it just delivers, and we all benefit from its stretchy, chewy talent. Corn is the overachiever in a flashy suit, showing up in breakfast cereals, tortillas, corn chips, popcorn, and even snacks you didn't realize contained it, like sweeteners or corn syrup. And then there's ethanol. Corn even moonlights as an energy producer, giving the food industry a green, multi-talented cousin. Corn seems to revel in versatility, and industries love it because it can do almost anything. If cereals had resumes, corn's would be the longest, listing a seemingly endless series of products, from masa to animal feed, from tortillas to industrial starches. It's a workaholic that never complains, always ready to take on new roles, and the food industry happily complies. Rice, the understated genius of the trio, keeps things steady. It quietly forms the base of countless processed foods: instant rice, rice noodles, rice crackers, and puffed rice cereals that keep kids and adults alike snacking happily. Unlike wheat and corn, rice doesn't need to be flashy or dramatic. It just works. When the industry needs a filler, a base, or a convenient staple, rice steps up without fanfare. It's the reliable, calm partner in this bustling food trio, making sure that no matter what happens, there's always a product to satisfy consumers across cultures. The funny part is imagining these three cereals in a board meeting with global food executives. Wheat is the perfectionist, insisting that bread must rise perfectly and pasta must cook al dente. Corn is the overachiever, volunteering for every new product line, throwing out ideas like, why not add me to ice cream, soda, or biofuel? Rice sits in the corner, quietly nodding, occasionally chiming in with, I can be gluten-free, versatile, and convenient. Pick me if you want to feed billions. It's almost comedic how much the global food system relies on these grains, treating them like essential employees who show up to work every day, never complain, and somehow manage to feed everyone while supporting massive industries. Another humorous twist is how dependent these industries are on their quirks and personalities. Wheat's gluten is indispensable for baked goods, meaning the entire bakery sector couldn't function without it. Corn's adaptability has allowed the snack and processed food industries to explode globally. And rice, being naturally versatile and shelf-stable, anchors staples, ready-to-eat meals, and global convenience foods. If one of them were missing, the food industry would be scrambling to reinvent entire product lines, and consumers would definitely notice. It's like trying to run a circus without the ringmaster, the acrobat, or the clown. All three cereals are essential performers in this ongoing show. The positive takeaway is that these three grains don't just feed people, they empower industries, fuel innovation, and allow companies to meet diverse consumer needs. They've enabled the mass production of foods that are convenient, affordable, and culturally familiar, while still retaining nutritional value when used wisely. And there's humor in how they've subtly taken over the world. No press releases, no fanfare, just quietly turning into the backbone of global food culture. The trio proves that sometimes the most powerful players aren't flashy or vocal, they're just reliable, adaptable, and endlessly versatile. In the end, the food industry's dependence on rice, wheat, and corn is a story of quiet genius, persistence, and subtle comedy. These grains are the unsung stars of industrial kitchens, global supply chains, and cultural eating habits. They transform from humble plants into products that entertain, nourish, and delight billions. They are both hardworking and versatile, serious yet playful, and completely indispensable. Without them, the world would have no breakfast cereals, no pasta, no tortillas, and certainly no popcorn at the movies. A global culinary tragedy avoided only because these three grains keep showing up, year after year, harvest after harvest.